Get tired of you making promises.
Recording is on.
Hey yo, hey yo,
Oh my God! Why is that
hey, yo.
so funny?
All right, we back on. Go ahead, finish.
Why is that so funny?
Nah, but I was just saying, like, it's
So
always
ugly girls.
ugly girls that got the best pussy.
Yeah.
It's the okay girls who I like the girls who still got glow up to do.
Yes.
Get to
If you still got some glowing up to do, I want you.
Yes.
Let me tell you why. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Because even at that school, I've ran into two girls. The two girls that I said something about the last time. Those were two girls who had a little bit of growth, a little bit of glow to come up on. And I made both of them glow up, and I'm sitting here by myself lonely.
That's what you call it. That's what you call an angel investment.
Man, hey, I swear. That's why none of my exes say they hate me. Well, a couple of them can, but that's not the here nor there. But the point is, I always make sure that I'm the person who, like, look, if you put that with that and put that with that, I swear to God, you'll look good. It was like Ray will tell you, it was like day and night. One day, this girl was looking like she just graduated high school. Literally. Like 3 months down the line, the girl was looking like a 10. Like,
Yeah.
where all that shape come from? I didn't even know you had all that. But hey, it's life. At least I ain't making promises.
stop that shit.
Hey, yo, oh my God, I'm gonna be saying that shit all day.
Yo, people still make fun of her for that. It's like she can't even say promises correctly. Because if she do, people say, bitch, say it right. It's promises.
I used to hate the way her upper lip looked.
Oh shit.
Like,
what?
Exactly. Like, if I want to go in detail, like her upper lip used to look like she was like part bird or something. Like, it used to look weird as shit.
Are you trying to say she has a beak?
Yes, basically. That's exactly what I'm saying. She has a beak and she talks with a lisp. That's no good.
Hey, yo, Q, if you'd have saw her public, would you have been like, mine?
mine.
Nigga, what? Oh,
Ray.
Yo, she a bird.
Ray, stop making me look like the bad guy. I do that myself. Okay. You stop throwing me out of hoops, man. It's not fair. It's no fair.
You know what I was gonna say about this whole Cardi thing?
What?
Black men don't cheat. I'm still yelling black men don't cheat.
I'm still yelling black men don't cheat. We kicking Offset off.
Wayne say black niggas.
Niggas cheat. Black men don't.
Niggas cheat.
Right.
Men don't cheat.
Yeah. I will say this because I'm piggybacking off of y'all. I have never met a woman that bigged up her husband so much she put him in rap songs. Like he had a couple songs where she mentioned Offset in a sexual manner instead of just some regular niggas. She's like who do you know got a song? Now I'm wondering like how you gonna sing them songs down because you're no longer putting the pussy on Offset. Cardi gets brain from
she can't.
A month in her relationship, she was like, I told him the other day we should sell that porn. I'm like, damn, y'all made one that fast?
Is she ever going to sell that porn?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
I mean,
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I mean, it's not like it's going to be like Black China, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be good.
Yeah, Black China was the worst shit I've ever seen.
And that wasn't a porno. No. That wasn't a porno. That was a comedy. All right?
No, because I laughed at
parody. Let's get it right. That was a parody.
You can say parody because I laughed at comedy. I'm gonna say this about.
Ooh, that was a burn. Oh my God.
I will say this about
Ray is shooting tonight. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's shooting. Bang bang. But I would say this though. At least Offset was cheating on good looking women. Because if he was cheating on raggedy hoes, I'd have really been going on. The J I think she was from South Africa or some shit like that. The J he was where she had the big old dumb booty. That girl was bad. Um, Summer Bunny, I'm not so sure because Summer Bunny look like Black China and Black China look like Nicki Minaj. So you can't be fucking knockoffs that look like other knockoffs. It's just like
Damn.
so Nicki Minaj is like Frosted Flakes. She's like that cereal at the bottom of the aisle that you gotta like bend down and reach and all that other stuff.
with the
That's
bear
what
on the
Summer
front.
Bunny is to me.
With the bear on the
Yeah,
front.
yeah. It's like she's Fruity Circles. If Nicki Minaj is Fruit Loops, she Summer Bunny's like Fruity Circles and shit.
Oh no, not fruit rounds.
Yeah,
Oh
now
Lord.
Oh man, you call
Fruit
them fruit
rings.
rounds.
Fruit rings.
You
yo,
call
Oh,
them fruit
free,
rounds, man.
big
No.
ass bag for like 99 cents. It's just like, well, this will do. Fuck it.
Hey yo, hey, oh my god. Hey, shout out to fruit rounds because when it was hard out here for a pimp, I survived off those.
I did too. I'm not knocking fruit rounds,
But let me
but
tell
she
you
definitely
something.
Tony the Tiger with the leather vest, not
But
the
let me
tie.
tell you something. When I
Oh.
had the money for Fruit Loops, fruit rounds did not exist anymore. I'm sorry. Call me what you want. Can't call me hungry. Next subject. Shit.
I was I was about to say any last words on this whole Cardi thing.
all I know
Cardi
is
B.
Offset's next album is about to slap. That's all I know.
Yeah,
Hey,
somebody's next
let me
album
tell you
about to
something.
snap.
If Offset don't make a collab album with Future, he failed as a man. After this situation, I need a collab with Future so I can know that you ain't shit. Cause right now you just look like a nigga who begged and fucked up after he begged for his wife back.
Now, a Future
But
and
now
Offset, that's City Boys right there.
if you do a song with Future, because we know Future gonna say some toxic ass shit in the song. If you don't do a song with Future, man, you have failed all ain't shit niggas in this world, man, and you are no longer one of us, man. Well, no, I ain't gonna say one of us because I
That's
ain't
how
one of
you
y'all.
know. That's how you know we could be ain't shit if we want to.
Hey, it's easy. It's so easy. But
Right.
I like a challenge.
Black women, we love you, but sometimes, yeah, we know how to be ain't shit. We want to be.
Put it this
Oh,
way, black woman.
I wore
Black
my
woman,
ain't shit flag like a badge of honor at one point, nigga.
if I don't answer your phone call consistently, I ain't shit to you. Okay? Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
my
I
ain't
wore
shitness
that
is
like
just
a
me being brutally
fucking
honest to a point where like people had to stop me from saying shit. Stop.
Yep, you ain't shit ever.
Remember Q, remember the time I told that one girl she had etch a sketch titties and shit?
Oh my
Oh,
god. Why did you bring that up, young? That was not cool, bro. I had to really go talk to her and really I had to really make her feel like, nah, man, that's just Ray. Ray has a weird way.
oh.
Ray has a weird way of speaking his mind. I'm sorry.
It's just sketch titties.
Like, y'all don't understand how it feels to be the ignorant one in the group, but I have to go explain my non-ignorant friend's ignorant comment. Like, that's so, do you know how blasphemous that is for me? I'm the ignorant one. I don't apologize for shit I say, but I gotta go apologize for shit Ray say. Come on, Ray. That's
A
your job, not mine.
couple of them been there. About everybody in this podcast has seen me like say or done something non ain't shit to somebody, male or female.
Hey,
Right.
and I'm the type of nigga,
Yeah.
I dare you to say something back. Say something. Say something. Say
Hey
something
yo,
for me to
hey
show
yo,
up.
hey yo, Tony. Remember our old boy from the Navy? He came in all swole as hell, but his head was like small as shit. I was like
Which who?
Royals.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
time
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he came in your office. I was like, yo, why is your head so small? Like Beetlejuice done cursed your head and
Young,
shit.
oh my god, I was just thinking about the Beetlejuice thing, bruh. I was just thinking about the Beetlejuice thing, bruh. Oh my god, Ray, get the fuck off of this thing, bruh. As soon as you said big shoulders, buff, little head, I instantly seen the little Beetlejuice thing when they was in the waiting room and he was ugly as shit with his little ass head. Oh my god, yo. I
Good
can't deal.
lord.
I can't deal. I cannot deal with you, y'all. Like this thing's not cool, y'all. It's too late in the day. Oh,
Shit.
hey, before we get to another subject, hey, shout out to WWE Battlegrounds because I'm definitely waiting for that to come on at 12 o'clock so I can go ahead and download it and start playing.
That game ain't come out yet?
It come out at 12 o'clock.
Oh shit! I
You
thought they.
you
Oh, that remind me the motherfucking 3D All Stars for Super Mario come out too.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You
that
have fun.
hits for the Switch.
Yeah, you have fun with that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
yo
am.
yo pirates life for me.
It's me,
Okay. Anyway.
Mario.
Okay, I didn't put this on the list, but I wanted to talk about this anyway. There was a group of 19 black families that purchased 97 acres of land in Georgia in August. That was basically was like she said, "quote I'm hoping that will be a thriving space, safe haven for people of color, for black families in particular." And although this is a great thing, there was people that was still hating on it, especially some whites. Some of the whites, they want to talk about how this was like segregation or some things. Like someone always had a comment to say. So, gentlemen, how we feel about 19 black families buying acres of land and shit.
A white person saying something about segregation is like Stephen A. Smith saying something about a haircut. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear that shit. Fucking
Man.
segregation. Segregate these balls. How about you do that? Oh, fuck. Talk about some fucking segregation. Atlanta is black. Atlanta is black as hell. If a white person is in Atlanta, he black as shit. So what the fuck? What the fuck? That's like black people buying Southeast and white people saying something about it. What are you going to do about it? What, you going to come back down here and take it from us? You going to take Atlanta from black people? Is that what you're going to do?
They try to tell people how a university moved their school. One
I've been trying to tell Donald Trump to move his hairpiece because it's on his head wrong, but he don't listen. What the fuck? Anybody got time? Segregation. It's about time black people use their money for something other than buying fucking materialistic shit that's gonna put back in the hands of the white people. No, we bought land like we were supposed to. We bought an area that is predominantly black people who supported by black people. It's a black city. That's Atlanta, Georgia. That's come on, man. That's Black Vegas.
See, here's my thing, right? I'm when I read that story about them buying the acres of land, I was happy as a motherfucker because I've been saying for the longest time, black people need to separate themselves.
That's a
And
fact.
when I say this, I get a whole bunch of angry, sensitive, ignorant, incompetent ass motherfuckers sitting there talking about, you want to bring segregation back? Well, Martin Luther King didn't die for segregation to come back. And I'm like, if you don't shut your bitch ass up, first of all, it was you crackers that killed that man in the first place. Not only did you attempt to kill him and he survived, y'all shot him, he still lived, and then y'all hired a nurse to kill him. A fucking FBI or CIA or whatever admitted that shit. So don't come to me crying about. I hate it when white people fucking quote Martin Luther King because y'all the same motherfuckers that killed him. Second of all, separation pretty much means, hey, we got our own shit over here. If you want to come and do some business, well, you can come and do some business. If you got a white friend or whatever, and you know he wants to, come in and then come out, you can do that too. Ain't nobody saying, oh, we're gonna open our own shit and it's gonna be closed off and nobody's gonna want to do anything. That's not what we're saying. We're saying we want our own shit to ourselves so we can conduct business with one another. That's what Chinese people do when they come to America. They got Chinatown, there's Koreatown, there's little Italy's, there's little Hades. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit that people got for their own little communities.
I ain't heard a
Hell's
little
Kitchen
African
belongs to
yet.
the fucking area. But as soon as black people buy some land, all of a sudden it's segregation. If they don't get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit, then
Thank you.
they the same niggas that always cop a feel and always bat an eye when a black man or a black woman is jogging through their suburbs. But now
Thank
all
you.
of a sudden it's segregation when we got our own shit. Bitch
Yeah,
ass.
talk.
I tell you, regardless, whatever we gonna do, they still gonna say something. We could cure AIDS and they'll complain about that shit.
Facts.
Right.
Oh, it took too long to cure it.
Oh wait, don't bring up Dr. Sabi then.
I wish
Right.
somebody would bring up Doctor. Man,
All I know is for the people that complaining that this is segregation. I just want y'all to know y'all still have sundown towns. There's still like there's still like parts of America where majority of the land or majority of the town is owned by the white people. Like there's not a black person in sight. Like the fact that there are towns that you better be out there before the sun goes down. That tells you something. It's just I remember like
that was that was.
I almost went to this welding school with my homegirl. She was like, it was in Texas, and my homegirl she had to call me and say, I never went, but she had to call me and say, if you do go down there, um, call me to make sure she know where or where not to go, because there's some places you do not want to be caught dead if you black. And I said, if I ever go down, you be the first person I call because you know Texas and all that shit. So the fact that I had to, if I'd have went that, I would have probably been doing that. That says something. It's just like there's white people right now that's just jogging through some parts of southeast, and they are not being bothered. But we can't even get gas at a fucking gas station at night in some spots. So I don't want to hear that segregation bullshit and all the other talk. Let it just. And I feel like we should have been doing this. I know we kind of been doing this with like Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all that other stuff, but I feel like there should have been like things we should be doing stuff like this, just buying land, just for people like us. I'm pretty sure then it's not gonna be exclusively black, but the fact that black people own it, I feel like it warms my heart because
That's the
we have
but
something
that's
of
the
our own.
difference. But that's the difference between white people and black people. If a white person was to do that, it would be exclusively white. But the fact that black people own it, we're more open to bring other ethnicities into our community, including white. We embrace more ethnicities than other ethnicities embrace us. Like everybody else looks at a black person, they frown, or they hold their purse, or they're nervous, or they're scared, or they have all these things to say. You know what I'm saying? A white person moving to black neighborhood, we're gonna leave him alone. Oh no, we ain't messing with him. He good. He just moved around here. A black person moving to white person's neighborhood, what's gonna happen? Everybody got his eyes on them. Police call is always about us. It's some shit. We get shot for no fucking reason. You go into a black neighborhood, a white person. Let me tell you something. In Southeast, down the street from where I live at, I literally seen white families living in Southeast. They don't even look like they're like over the top, like they look like normal people. And to see them like being able to just ride through the neighborhood, just be embraced. Nobody's bothering them. Nobody's saying nothing to them. Nobody's fucking with them. We're not antagonizing them. We're not even having a race conversation with them. We're letting them live because we understand how it feels to be picked on for the color of our skin based off of where we live at. So for us to be able to embrace a white person moving in our neighborhood, Oh yeah, you good, bro. Don't even worry about it, man. It's everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? We're like we embrace things like that. Like, but other ethnicities, they 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 stay within their ethnicity. They stay within their people, and then they look at other people and they frown their face. They look crazy. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to deal with certain people. They don't want to do business with certain people. We are more open to do business with a lot of people because you never know. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like segregation, if a black person buys property, the last thing you'll see is segregation. The first thing you'll probably see is networking. He'll probably expand himself. He probably know people. He's probably trying to get to know people. He's trying to introduce things to certain like it's a difference, man. It's a big difference. That's why I don't like that shit. I commend those families for buying Atlanta. Can you tell me the address so I can move there?
Yeah, that's power right there. That's power.
Like
I
for
like
real.
that shit.
Like that, like it don't make sense. You know? It don't make sense that a black person can do the right thing and still be like crucified. Like that's what made me think Jesus was black.
Shit. I also like the aspect that it was like 19 families. It was that unity. Like they all united. They all pulled their money together and they did something about it. People have been preaching that shit forever and ever and ever. Group economics. The black community need to do group economics. That's proof right there that you need to do group economics more often. Y'all could have been took over America if you did it that way, honestly.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
But honestly, I just feel like it's by design. Like everything you just talked about is by design. They know they do that shit on purpose, and they do that shit on purpose because they've been indoctrinated to do so. Because they've been told all their life that black people was less than. That's one of the founding tenets of this country, and you can prove that because when other people come into this country, like when you see a Hispanic person being racist towards black people, you see Asian people being racist towards black people and shit like that. Like every other group in America got smoke with us, even though we ain't did shit to them because they indoctrinate American values into their beliefs in order to stay here.
Exactly.
So when
Exactly.
they do that shit, you also inherit anti-blackness, which is why black people we don't call ourselves people of color. We don't do that whole people of color shit because for too long they've been used as a proxy to try to undermine us while furthering their own agendas. This whole Black Lives Matter thing going on, fucking Trump signed an executive order for Hispanic people only. He was specific about that shit. But when
Mm-hmm.
black people want to ask about reparations or we want to talk about getting shit for us exclusively, all of a sudden we the ones that's racist, we the ones that's being divisive and shit like that. So that just goes to show you it's literally by design. There's a double standard in this country and it's being enforced every single day. But people don't want to talk about it or dismantle it because they eat off the subjugation of black people.
I'm gonna tell you something. As much as I hate this dude, LeBron James is a perfect figure for black people. Because no matter what he does right, he's always talked about because he didn't do what the person before him did, or he didn't do it as fast, or he didn't do it as good, or he did it a different way, or he made his own lane, and that's not the way to do it. That's not the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to stay with one team and do this and do that. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm getting the job done. Why does it matter? Who gives a fuck? Who get what does me going to what is me doing something my way but still getting the same result have to do with you? If the whole if this whole if the American dream is supposed to be to buy property, invest, you know what I'm saying, pay taxes, be able to live your life, you know what I'm saying, give back. If these people, 19 families, wait, 2, 3, 19 black families come together to buy property, something that everybody thought that we were too incompetent to do. They do it, and now we're being crucified for it. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. They're still in this. We have to. They want us to move at their speed. They want us to do what they want. They want us to do what they expect us to do, which is nothing, which is the bare minimum, which is big, which survival. They want black people to survive. They don't want black people to live no more. They want us to survive. This is what we. This is what we've been doing for the last 400, 500 years. Like we've been surviving, trying to figure this shit out. Like it's sad. We've been trying to figure this shit out forever. Like it doesn't make sense. So now that we're living, we're evolving. You know what I'm saying? It's not us trying to figure out how to do this, how to do that, how to tiptoe around white people in order to no. Now we're taking back what we deserve. Even if we gotta pay for it ourselves, we gotta go buy some property shit. Let's go do it. It's ours. I trust y'all to move the same way I would move because we're going to get the job done. I don't understand it. 10,000 white people invest in a football team. You can get 10 white people. You can get 10 rich white people to invest in a football team, and they're commended. Oh my God, that was the best thing in the world. You did all, but 19 black families buy property in Atlanta, which is predominantly black. It's not like we bought. It's not like we bought. We didn't buy Boston, Massachusetts.
We
We
should.
didn't. You know what I'm saying? We didn't buy Arkansas. We didn't buy
Texas.
you know what I'm saying? We didn't buy Texas. We bought a state. We bought a city in a state that black people are like it's we damn near run the state. It's Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes out of Georgia. Everything black mostly is like Georgia. Like it's that's just that. Music, sports, entertainment, politics, whatever you want, it comes from in that area some way, somehow. So for us to invest our money into something that we've already put our money into, we just want something back for it. That's it. That's all I ask for. Just give me something back for it. Like I'm tired. Like it's bullshit, man. I'm tired of this shit. I'm so tired. They ain't gonna be satisfied until we blow something up.
That's what I'm waiting for, honestly.
Like
To be honest with you.
they ain't gonna be they ain't gonna be
Oh
satisfied
God.
until that one black kid make friends with that crazy white dude, that crazy white kid who knows how to make bombs, and that black kid blows something up because he's tired of it. That's all. It's gonna take that. And then once that happens, then we're back being we're back being the predators.
Hey,
You know,
man.
what I'm saying? We're back being aggressive. We're back being the ones we're starting shit. We're not finishing shit no more. We're starting it now.
Yo, man, we the same people. Like even when we do the right thing, we still get chastised and we still get called, bad people and shit like that. So
That's why I say the older and older I get, the more and more I start to respect LeBron James. After years go by, I hate LeBron James. Don't get me wrong. As a fan of basketball and as a Boston Celtics fan, I have the right to hate LeBron James. I have the right as a basketball fan. But as a philanthropist, as an activist, as a figure, as a person, LeBron James is the shit. He's like, how can you hate him? He put on his he put his friends on to make sure his friends don't need for shit. You know what I'm saying? He's a faithful man to his wife. He takes care of his kids. He does what he wants to do, how he wants to do it, the way that we're supposed to do it. We're supposed to do it that way. We're not supposed to do it the way that it's set up for us to do it, because it's not set up for black people to win. It's never set up for black people to win. The rule book, the rule book is like what's my movie Drumline? What was the last rule of the rule book? If you do not read this rule book, your head will be shaved. That's how our life is. Shave my head, please. I'm not gonna read this shit anyway. I'm gonna do what I need to do for myself and to make sure all my people are good. I'm not gonna keep going doing things by y'all rules because your rules aren't set for black people to be successful. They're set for black people to survive. I do not want to survive anymore. So that's how I feel about that. Shout out to them black people. I'm about to buy me some property. I gotta get rich first, but still.
Hey,
So, any last words before we move on to our final thoughts?
Nah.
Goof economics, everybody.
Be honest, that's your
what
God
now?
damn, Dion.
the
I wasn't doing anything.
That
your
TV loud as
TV
shit, boy.
I wasn't doing anything. What?
your TV. Can't.
Turn your TV down. We don't care about Joe Burrow.
Oh.
He's a rookie.
God damn. Black people.
Whatever. So the Browns just beat the Bengals. But anyway,
They both some shit. Who cares?
Anyway, we're gonna
Imagine
go to our last. We're gonna go to our final thought, and we're gonna start with Dion so we can get back to sports.
I'm saying
I'm actually good.
I
no,
Go
bet. I
ahead.
bet you.
no final thought. Oh, this nigga. Oh, something is scary. Something about to happen.
Okay. Dion's good. Q to Reach God. You got any final thoughts?
I got a lot of final thoughts. I'm gonna just stick with two, and I'm gonna make them short and sweet. The Clippers are ass. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just start off with that because we
Damn.
didn't have a sports segment this time, so I'm gonna just go ahead and quickly say how much everybody was hopping on Kawhi Leonard's jockstrap, saying it was gonna be a battle of LA, all this extra shit, and yeah, it was gonna be a battle with LA. Who was gonna get home first? And apparently the Clippers got there first. Okay.
Damn.
All right. So yeah, so shout out to the Nuggets because I definitely had the Nuggets beating the Clippers. If you actually have me on file, I did say I had the Nuggets beating the Clippers. I don't know if I said it on here, but I remember telling somebody that I had the Nuggets beating the Clippers in 7. And it happened. So shout out to that $50 that I won. But it seemed like I'm gonna lose $50 more because my Celtics are down 0-2. So we need to figure
Oh,
that
they
out.
did play today, did they?
We'll be okay. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be good.
They played today.
Yeah, we just lost 101.
I fucking missed that game.
101 to 10, I think 106. Yeah, 101, 106.
Y'all losing close games, so it's not like y'all like getting dogged.
Yeah, we're
Y'all
gonna
like
come, we're
losing
gonna win.
really close.
We're gonna blow them out next game. I got a feeling. But that was my first take. Second take, damn. Do I have a second take? Shit. Oh, yeah. Summer Madness coming. Calico, stop ducking. Conceded how you 4'5". You already know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Clips, I got him 2-1. You know what I'm saying? K Shine, I got him 2-1. John the Don, I got him 2-1. You know what I'm saying? Not Geechee got it. What's my man? Rum Nitty 3-0. Get him the fuck out of here. And who else was it? I think it was Calico and somebody that was supposed to battle. I think I got
Calico and Averb.
Yeah, I got Calico losing that because Averb is on another level. And yeah, that's it. So I'll be watching Summer Madness tomorrow. I hope you watching it on Caffeine tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know it.
You know what I'm saying? We might have to research. We might have to do a take on this tomorrow after everything is, you know what I'm saying, after the dust clears. You know, because I'm still waiting for what's my man name? Loaded Lux versus what the fuck is his name?
JC.
No, fuck JC. I don't want to see Loaded Lux versus JC no more. He's a fucking peasant compared to the it started with fuck. What the fuck is his name? He just beat this. He just 3-0'd this nigga. He just 3-0'd Sue Surf.
Loaded Lux.
No. Oh no, that wasn't no, that was okay. No, he just
Daylight.
yes, he just beat Tay Rock. That's what I meant to say. He just 2-1 Tay Rock. I'm waiting to see Daylight versus Loaded Lux. So when that comes up, yeah, I'll pay whatever I gotta pay to see that shit. But yeah, that's my take. Shout out to y'all for having me here. Ray, you still ain't shit. And you know what I'm saying? All praises to the most high God, because without him, none of us would be here. And that's it.
Tony, you got any final thoughts, my brother?
Yeah, it's kind of long a little bit, but I'll make it short. Colin Kaepernick jersey went on sale today. Y'all know that, John. It came out this morning at 10 o'clock for like 150. It was sold out in 45 minutes.
Shit.
Yeah, it was 120. It was sold out in 45 minutes. It was on NBC. It was on CNN. It was on Fox Business. You know, they was hating on that shit, but it sold out in 45 minutes. I showed Jamison a picture of that junk, and then when I told my wife I wanted that junk, the junk was sold out. So it sold out in 45 minutes. Also, I know I wasn't here last week because I was at work. I play Madden a lot, and Jameson know that. They put Colin Kaepernick in the game for Madden, and
81.
a lot of people protesting Madden and NFL about putting them back in the game. So when you turn on the game, all you see is Colin Kaepernick, and it was like justice for the injustice, and motherfuckers just went crazy. Fuck it, I was gonna buy those
Wow.
jerseys. I'm playing around. I don't give a fuck about that shit. White people love for us to entertain, but God forbid they want us to speak. They want to be a fucking big ass uproar or some shit. So yeah, mad forever. When that Colin Kaepernick jump, I'm gonna get that jump. Y'all be safe. Also, is some march coming out at the White House. That one be yet again. It's called Occupy the White House. If you want to protest, come down there and give your support. Give your support. It's the end of this month.
What day is it? What day is it?
I don't know. I'll let you know that, but I know it's supposed to be somewhere in the 20s in September.
Okay. I'm with all that shit. I didn't protest about 7 to 8 times.
Huh.
I'm sick of this shit. My black people gonna win.
I might have to meet you there, Q.
Oh yeah. Shit, I was there the first time. I was down there with Ebony.
Oh, true.
Yeah, man, Ebony ran into each other. I think it was the very first one. It was the very first Black Lives Matter march. And
Oh,
I ended up running into Ebony. It was pretty good. It was nice. I didn't like the whole go-go thing was cool, but once the go-go came, I kind of walked away because I wasn't down there for all that. So it was just like, yeah, I just walked away, sat down, reflected on my walk, and hit a J.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. What about you, Father?
Father,
What you got to say?
father.
oh man, what do I have to say? All right, brothers. Let me so a brother on Twitter, his name is Terrain Walker, and this is a brother that I respect a lot because he's like one of the black men that's like he don't play and that nigga consistent too. So I really fuck with this man. He put out a tweet yesterday that said, "You can't be pro-black and hate straight black men." Now, all of you would agree, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's nothing controversial about that. That's just simply facts. You cannot be pro-black and then hate straight black men. It's a contradiction. And you
Yeah.
know, he had a lot of support. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of support for both black men and black women. But the people who disagreed are these fucking white men dating, fucking, oh, we are the world, kumbaya, Joe Biden's gonna be the next president ass bitches that sit on fucking Twitter all day and do nothing but cry about being called fucking nappy by somebody because their wig wasn't put on too well or whatever. So and I like that he tweeted this because he tweeted that shit out on purpose. He was trying to bring to attention that there is a growing movement of majority black women that think because they are black women, or because they think that they are black LGBTQ, that gives them a pass to say disgusting shit about black men. Black men are bullet bags. Oh, the police ain't killing black men. The police ain't killing y'all black men too fast enough. If I think one of them said, if I'm pregnant and the child's a boy, I'm gonna have an abortion. Like all types of shit. And they all came out in droves to fucking argue with this man about a factual statement. Imagine being so pathetic that you have to try to dispute a factual statement. Pro black, see, here's the thing about
Bruh.
pro blackness. Pro blackness is strict. If you are pro black, that means you are black first in everything that you do. If you want to shop, you want to shop somewhere black first. If you want to, if you want to marry somebody, if you want to date somebody, black first. It's about being black first. So it is very strict. If you are not pro black, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with not being pro black. If you want to go out and date outside of your race or do whatever, fine, cool. But the reason why pro blackness is encouraged is because they literally try to erase black people from America. They've done so many times. There was agendas about the shit. They passed laws about the shit. As a matter of fact, it's in the science. It's in the fucking food industry. It's in the medical industry. It's especially in the pharmaceutical community. Every single aspect of American society in some way has had to do with trying to erase black people at one point in time, especially black women. So when you get on Twitter and then you write these little think pieces about how black men are so trash and how black men aren't held accountable, and why the fuck every time we marching it's always about a black man. When you're doing that type of shit, you're just harming your own community because you just want the power, you just want the attention to be on you. And we ain't got fucking time for no fucking attention competition. Motherfuckers is out here dying, regardless of whether you're a woman, no matter regardless whether you're LGBT, whatever. If you black, you are like 6 times more likely to die because you're black. So spare me that whole intersectionality shit. And that's the main issue with this whole thing, because you have these intersectionalists that swear up and down that black men are the weakest links, but they don't look at the mirror to realize that, hey, maybe the shit that you're saying, the narrative that you're perpetuating, is what's getting black men killed in the first place, because you are weakening our stance as a collective community. You are doing the exact same shit white supremacists do, and you sit there on your black ass, sitting like you sitting there do something because you're pro black women. Shut
Uh-oh.
the fuck up.
Y'all done
Shut
pissed
the
them off.
fuck up. And it's something that I've been noticing for a while. And I go to, because I'm at war on Twitter every day, whether it's a white supremacist, a coon ass nigga, or a fucking wannabe white supremacist black woman. No matter who it is, like there's so many people that prioritize their perspective and their narrative instead of the collective, instead of the common good of the collective. So it's like, are you really trying to liberate black people, or are you trying to perpetuate a narrative to make sure that your group is at the top? Which one is it? Because if you're not really down for the liberation of black people, sit the fuck down. Because if you're not willing to die for this shit, you're useless to me. And that's all I got to say.
Facts.
I had to go cerebral there real quick because it's just something that I've been seeing a lot. And these motherfuckers think we playing and we not. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, my man was Super Saiyan in this bitch.
Damn, I don't even know how to follow that. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I can follow that. So with on that, and I'm gonna say, spread love is the Brooklyn way, and I
Hell
got
yeah.
more reviews. I got more reviews coming up. I think my nephew got a game in Philly, so I'm probably gonna be going out to see that. Other than that, yellow is the color of sun rays. God damn it, Father. This is why I love you, but following you was really hard. Pause. Um,
Pause.
I would
Hey
like to.
Ray, before you cut off, what you think about them two videos I sent you?
Joe Budden
Joe
going
Biden
up on
versus
Charlamagne.
Charlamagne the God.
Oh, thank you. That you just gave me something to talk about. Joe Budden is always the thing about that's like how can I say this? It's like two people that want the same thing but got different paths of going it. You know, a lot of obviously Charlemagne's going the more industry route and Joe Budden's more the less independent route. So a lot of people like first thing first, they try to fuck over Joe Budden. How the fuck you bring people to the fucking platform and you give someone else a big ass paycheck and then you're trying to give me a fucking Rolex watch like some nigga
Explain
jewelry.
explain it for everybody else because you kind of got it
Joe
all.
Budden, obviously, most people know Joe Budden's podcast is on Spotify, and you got to deal with Spotify. And Joe Rogan, he has also one of the like top podcasts, and Spotify bought Joe Rogan's podcast for like 300 million, something like that. A lot of fucking money. Let's just say that a lot of fucking money. And Joe is like, well, I should get some of that money too. And they was like, no, we're just gonna give you a Rolex watch. So Joe Budden left. As soon as his contract is up with Spotify, he's going back to doing this independent thing. And Charlamagne the God thought that he just probably didn't know how to negotiate right, and it just start this whole big old like online rant that Joe Budden just like for like an hour long. Joe Budden was just getting on Charlamagne and shit. So it's
What?
um
So the two people who are roasted on a daily basis for stupid shit that they say are arguing about who says the stupidest shit. Oh,
No,
this is
no.
entertaining.
So what the situation is that Charlemagne was saying that hey, you don't know how to talk. That's why you don't got. That's why you got the deal out of Spotify. You should have signed the deal. Joe Budden just like, yo, why would I sign for them if I'm bringing my work? If I got a podcast and I got all the library of my stuff, why would I sign a deal with them? And they telling me they get half of my income for the stuff I already do. And he was like, no. He was like, I'm not doing that. He was like, I got other stuff on the table. Charlemagne was like, yo, you know what? Uh, you stupid for doing that shit. You should have signed with them. Blase, blase. But then Joe Budden was just like, nah, man, how you gonna talk shit about me? I'm independent. I own my shit. I have my shit. I own my shit. You have your deal. He was like, yo, you been number one for 9 years. You don't know your worth. He was like, as a black person, you got to know your worth. You got to be independent to know you could do stuff without your own, without having your shit. He was like, yo, y'all been doing that shit for 10 years. Y'all get the same money y'all was getting
Yeah, that's
from
a
the
fact.
last first years.
That's a
But
fact.
rather than me, I know my worth. I'm bringing shit. Why would I? He was like, why would I bring all my catalog, all my podcasts, and bring it to Spotify, and you get 50% of my shit? He was like, what do you bring into the table? More people? You gotta hire more people? He was like, that don't make sense. And then
That's because Joe Budden
Charlemagne
has.
came. So Charlemagne came up with this podcast jump that he came up for Black independent podcasters that they could that they could you know do their podcast and get money for. But he was like, still, it's a black label, but it's owned by white people. He was like, you
Exactly.
still not getting all your money. He was like, you did all that stuff on the Breakfast Club for all these years, and they get half of your shit for all the shit you do, and you want me to do that? He was like, we not in the same level. He was like, I'm not trying to go on you, but we're not in the same level because I'm independent. I own my shit 100%. Whereas you keep working and they keep giving you fucking stupid shit. He was like, when I was at Spotify, I was like, I didn't like the deal. And they was trying to say they want to own half of my shit, and they was trying to give me a Rolex. He was like, fuck a Rolex. Rolex ain't shit. He was like, I came in with my shit. He was like, I came with Spotify for the whole year, and I boosted their sales, and there was the number one podcaster there, and they brought another dude that Jameson said, and they gave him way more money than him, and then tried to give him a raise, so he left. If
Yeah,
I
that's what's
explained
up.
that well.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fucking with Joe
that's
Budden.
mostly it.
I'm fucking with Joe Budden. Joe Budden makes sense because that does make sense. Charlamagne, you worth a lot more money than what you getting. Let's be real. You've
I
had the
say
number
the same
one.
thing about a lot of black celebrities. I know a lot of people don't like Steve Harvey, but I've always said the way Steve Harvey works, and he's the hardest working man. And when he lost this show to Kelly Clarkson, I think it was Kelly Clarkson who like he had like at least the number two show in daytime television, and he had everybody watching the show. And all of a sudden, you're just gonna replace it to someone that really like never had a show before. It's just like I wanted Steve to go independent, and so you can know what his worth is. Because like that whole conversation he had with Monique, where the whole thing is I'm trying to work to feed my family. Is just like, well, they still getting a percentage of money. I think you should go independent. A lot of these people, like Stephen A. Smith, I know like the industry is the industry, but I feel like if a lot of these black entertainers go independent, like a Master P or some shit like that, they'll bring in more revenue than
Yeah, and
most people do.
because
Lord
he was
knows I
also
would watch
saying
Stephen A. Smith by himself. I don't need
yeah,
nobody else. Stephen A. Smith is entertainment by himself.
he was the kind of saying like he went to the breakfast joint. He talked to Charlamagne. He was like, I talked to Charlamagne. He talked to DJ Envy. He was like, yo, he was like, hey, leave them, come with us. We can start our own shit. He was like, nah, I'm good when I got a family. I'm not gonna do that shit. But then in his mind, he was like, yo, you got the content. I mean, you got the content, you got the viewership, you got the fan club, you got the popularity. You could boost that shit and do your own shit. They didn't want to do it. So that's where he
You
started
gotta
doing the broadcast
y'all
by
gotta
himself.
understand. Y'all gotta understand. Some black people in those positions are comfortable with what they have. And when
Yeah.
you've been number one for 10 years, and you've been sitting like Charlamagne could basically say whatever the fuck he want to say, and won't shit happen to him on the radio. He gets paid for it. It's content. He's content with what he has. Joe Button is the type of person he's dibbled and dabbled in everything. So now that he understands the business aspect of it, he's like, man, fuck that. We can go and do this shit ourselves because remember, he was the artist that got fucked over in a
Yeah.
contract.
He said that too.
Love and Hip Hop fucked him over on a contract.
He said that too. Yeah.
And now this podcast is fucking him over on a contract. So you got to understand when you're put in so many positions and you've been fucked over, Joe Button has the mind to be like, man, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna do this shit myself. Because apparently I'm not getting the money that I deserve for this shit because I didn't went from having the number one hit to having one of the number one TV shows to having a number one fucking podcast, and I still can't get what the fuck I deserve. I might as well do it myself. He's just trying to pull people who have the same aspect. Like we're all black trying to get up. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, okay, Charlamagne, you 10 years into this shit. I know that if me and you start something, you'll get twice as much money as you're getting now just based off of us doing this shit ourselves. But Charlamagne is like, well, I've been doing this. I've been here and I'm making money. You know what I'm saying? I'm a celebrity. I'm known. I got outside things going on. I got endorsements. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of shit that's, you know what I'm saying? It's not just me. It's DJ Envy. It's Angie. You know what I'm saying? He got all these people that's riding on Charlamagne to, you know what I'm saying, to get, you know what I'm saying, to keep this shit going. So I understand both ends, but if it was me, I would go with Joe Biden because I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to gamble. Fuck it. Let's gamble. Let's see where this shit go because the worst that can happen is what? Only black people who listen to our shit. So the fuck what?
Also, shout outs to people like Master P who have showed y'all that the independent route has always been the way to go. Like Low key, I don't know how many people don't know that low key, Master P got a bunch of money, and then like he's not only done spread it to his family, he done spread it, generation wise. Where
50
Romeo
million.
is the one that, like, he's 50 million.
Between 50. Hold on, let me look it up. Last time I checked, it was like 50. Hold on, let me check. Master P.
I know he was getting more than that at one point though, but even then, like he put his son on the show and like had Pete Miller clothing running through
Oh
there,
no, my
and
bad.
people was buying.
I'm way disrespectful. 800 million. Let me get it right.
Yeah, Master P is damn near a billionaire himself because he done put all this stuff out himself, and he's still putting stuff out on his stuff like Master P Oodles and Noodles. And I don't know how much money I make it off of Rapper Snacks because I know that's his brand. So
Yeah,
What,
but
rap snacks?
also he told himself that if you want to be independent, you gotta learn the shit yourself. You gotta be educated. You can't just be independent, just go on your
Business
own without education.
classes. Business classes. You have to
Business, man, it matters.
you have
You
to
gotta know your
invest.
stuff.
You have to if you really want to be independent, you have to find a way to invest in something that's going to teach you to be more than what the fuck you expect. You can't just go out here and be like, "Oh, I'm going to be an independent artist." And think that it's
Yes,
just going to fall in your lap. You got to be able to know how to manage your money, how to distribute your money because you still got to pay other people to do certain things. You got to be able to distribute your money, you got to be able to invest your money, you got to be able to manage your money. It's so much shit. And Master P has laid a platform that nobody wants to look at. Nobody wants to see this shit. Nobody wants to look at this shit. Yeah, the man come out with different shit every fucking month. Nigga came out with shoes last month. Ain't nobody buy the shoes, but the fact that he got the money to go ahead and do that shit and there's still people investing into that shit is a problem. I mean, it's a thing. The nigga had
you
rap
would
snacks for the last 15
you
fucking
won't wear no
years.
masterpiece shoes.
No, I'm not. I'm not wearing no Master P shoes. I'm sorry.
the money money
Absolutely
if
not. I'm sorry.
if he has a better design, I'm gonna say this: if he has a better design, I will cop
I
him.
would wear him.
It's,
I would wear him if he had a better
it's,
design. That's the problem with people who make shoes and stuff. Their
they're
designs
ugly,
aren't that great.
or they just look like bootleg Air Forces.
Exactly. And it's like,
Like
bruh, for all that, I go buy me some. Your shoes look like Pumas. I go buy me some Pumas. You know what I'm saying? And then, but besides just that, besides the materialistic shit, just the fact that he's able to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And bet on himself on all of these fucking things. He's betting on himself every fucking time, and he's winning. The nigga had, you know how long Rap Snack's been out for like 15 years. Damn near. It's
right,
been damn near. It's been damn near 15 years. He
right.
has the company supposedly went blank for a short period of seconds, and then the nigga come back, reinvested, reinvented. You know what I'm saying? Different flavors, different content, different artists. You know what I'm saying? He got noodles. You know what I'm saying? This nigga got everything. Like it's so much shit people don't know about Master P that y'all put some respect on that man's name. The man played for the Toronto Raptors, crying out loud, man.
Facts, big
He's an
facts.
I
NBA.
said
He's an
he
NBA.
need to buy
He's a
some land.
legit. He's a legit NBA player. Like he made it to a team and was legit on the floor, running up and down the court. Like there's a lot of rappers who play this. Like, oh, I could make a basketball team. Shit. Like J. Cole. Okay, no, I don't see you making a basketball team. I'm sorry. Dave East, maybe, because I remember you playing in Towson. I remember him playing in Towson. He was pretty good. But Master P was legit. He legit got drafted. Like they wanted him. So it wasn't like he just like you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was just let me just go up, get up and see if I can do this shit. Like he learned the game, man. He's one of those people who read his contract, realized his contract was some shit, and found out how to do his shit himself.
Facts, facts. The uh, I think the more is all this just like if you're going to independent, you're going to have to hustle. But I see why I do see why Charlemagne goes the route his way because I do think that's easy money. Even though you may not see 100% of your money, it is easy money because like everybody's doing the work for you. You're not really putting your own money in. But I feel like the way Joe Budden is, he's always been like Ever since he's been fucked over, he was like, "Shit, if I know my worth, I can like get everything on my own." And he's shown and he's proven that to be relevant after Pump It Up. So that's saying something. And don't get me wrong, I love Pump It Up, but him being relevant throughout all this time and being like a voice in the hip hop community, that is saying something. So I would just leave it at that. I would like to, and on that note, I would like to thank the panel for jumping in for another wonderful episode. I'd like to thank for y'all listening to hear us talk our shit again. This is, you know what, let me just say podcast, and we're signing out. Peace.